Going down to the forge can be a very daunting process at the best of times, let alone solo. But the rewards here are so well worth the risk. Upgrading armor tiers, traits that help with utility, extra armor, movement, and the possibility of some of the most valued items in the game, the progenitor slag and the abyssal alloys. You can freely explore this area at your own risk, but in this guide I'm going to show you the best method and routes I have found so far for forging gear as a solo with some of the best traits you can get in the game. A few requirements for this guide before we get started. Having Tharis Island unlocked, obviously. But when it comes to it, you will need to have the ability to have access to a steady flow of blue armors and backpacks, whether that's via crafting or PvP. Either is good. Alongside the blue gear, the only item you're going to need that isn't reasonably obtainable from Tharis Island itself is Dustblue. And you can find large quantities of this in and around the abandoned oil field and Pinnacle Labs on Crescent Falls. Now you know the gear requirements, let's get into a loadout and how it should look before you load in. So this is the setup I've been rolling with, generally just enough meds and just enough ammo for PvP fights, and make no mistake, solo Tharis Island is PvP on PvP. I generally use a shotgun with a bolt to give myself good choices for close and mid-range engagements, but mostly because they require a rather small amount of ammo to keep my weight down. You will need to kill several mobs, so having around 60 to 100 shotgun shells is pretty much required. So everything about this is pretty basic, except I have a small white bag inside of my blue bag as well. This is because I'm actually going to be wanting to upgrade my backpack as well as my armor. And while you can do it with just the bag, it's a whole hell of a lot easier to bring a second temporary bag for the upgrade. Okay, so we've got our setup ready, we've got our dust blooms in our safe pockets. We do need 2 for the bag forge, so make sure you have 2. Now that we're about to drop to Tharis Island, we have a pretty long laundry list of items that we need to get so that we can forge, upgrade our gear with the traits we want. If you didn't know, the wiki has a full comprehensive list of armor and backpack traits, including what items give those specific traits. That will be linked in the description down below. The traits that we are going to be after is the +3 armor and a medical trait, of either a bonus to stims and medkit healing, faster stim and medkit use, or maximum health increase for our armor chest piece and our helmet. But for the backpack, we are also going to be going after a couple of other traits. We're going to be wanting the reduced weight of all items in the backpack and reduced weight of minerals and creature items in the backpack, or extra bag capacity. Now that's 3 desirable traits for the bag, but 4 for the armor, and if you didn't know, you can only actually have 2. So we have a possibility of getting 2 of the ones that we want. So we have a good chance of getting some really good perks, even if it's not the exact one we want, generally you're going to get something good. To get these traits, we're going to need to hunt down some items that we can actually find very easily in raid. Firstly, I start off with the puzzle at the Osiris research lab because we need 2 miniature reactors for our backpack upgrade. Unfortunately for the reactors, they actually have a possibility of providing a rather useless perk of stamina regenerates without delay during a storm, but being a 50-50 chance of either that trait or the best possible trait of reduced weight of all items, it's kind of a no-brainer to me, considering how easy they are to obtain compared to the other item that can give it meteor cores, which you need 2 of now for it, by the way. On top of miniature reactors, we are going to need to collect 4 normal focus crystals for the +3 armor trait and 4 spine briars for the medical trait. Then we also need to grab 27 blue Tharis iron ore and 9 terratomorphic crystal cores to craft the ingots initially as well. So I'm going to go jump in a raid now and go through it step by step, showing you the process, including how to solve the puzzle. Okay, so when we drop down, the first thing that we're going to want to do is we're going to want to go up to the Osiris Research Center. That's because we want to do the puzzle. And doing the puzzle gives us 2 weapon boxes, And it also gives us access to unlock a room at the Osiris Research Center where you can find some good weapons occasionally. It's a bit hit and miss, that one. It's not usually very good, but I've seen a core pulled out of there a couple times, so you know, worthwhile opening. It looks like we dropped down by the Cave of Stars, so fairly close. Cave of Stars, so we're going to come in along this like ravine here, other side of the void, and come up. Looks like someone spawned just over there on the north side of the map. So if you're wondering what key I'm talking about to open a room in the Osiris Research Center, it is this one here, Research Center Office. Comes with 8 uses. You can buy them for 20,000 K marks each after the Progenitor Device Part 12. I'm going to jump over to the right hand side of the ravine and keep travelling up. You can pretty much just get here any way you see fit. Now for me, I like to pick up the random bits of loot when I come across the dead bodies like that, and then chuck them on the ground so you force respawn them. If you don't do that, then that special ammo and light ammo that I just picked up is pretty much going to sit there forever. So if you're going to get back into the same lobbies over and over and over again, you might as well try to give yourself a better chance, especially if you're going to be coming back in those areas, you know? So we're at the research center. We're going to have a bunch of striders and some water here. Very nice. Actually, I don't even want that. So this is the puzzle. Puzzle is very easy here. It's very simple. Kill all these striders first. There are a lot, make no mistake about it. Okay, so that battery there is powering this laser. We don't really need to worry about it, considering we've just killed the majority of the striders, but if you hadn't, well, okay then. I'll take a blue grenade, thank you. That's about everything that we kind of want from him. So we're going to take this battery up the stairs, come out over the right hand side tunnel. What we're doing is we want to go up into that building there. None of this stuff is looted, so it's a good sign that no one's here, especially with all the mobs that we just killed. So come up here, we can go up one more level, swing around to the right, and then in this room just here, I'm going to open it up. There's going to be a battery holder right here. Chuck that in. And then we want to go upstairs, but there's this force field in the way, so what to do to get around that is come back out here, open this door up, jump out the side, and onto these yellow pipes, sort of face your camera inward a little bit and just jump up. And jump in the window at the back here. Do that, come here and open this door. Get the battery here. Throw the battery there. And then come over here and open this, or pull down this lever. This lever temporarily deactivates the force field. Come back over, grab the battery. I like to do this just to save a little bit of time. And this is the key room that I was talking about. So you can get some weapon spawns on the couch here, and some weapon spawns on the bench, or the desk rather. So we've got a few things to loot. There's a couple of drawers, some briefcase, there's a few safes at the back here. And with how safes are at the moment, definitely worthwhile, like coming into a room to check 3 of them. If you didn't know, you can actually find the new Abyss alloys inside of safes right now. I found a couple inside of the safes at the boss office. Alongside that, safes are actually a really good way to pick up high tier keys as well. Again, from the boss office, I got the new overgrown keycard. My 5 uses of that keycard are terrible, whereas others, I'm a bit jealous. Okay, so we've got our 2 batteries and we've brought them down to their final places to be. So these are the 3 actual like solution holders. This one, and this one. To get the battery that we need for that, we need to come down here. And it's right here. And that's it. Puzzle completed. Perfect. We're gonna need to be going really quickly because we've already got the rain coming in, which means we've only got about 10 minutes or so. We've got 3 reactors there. Get a core and a grenade. That's actually amazing. And right now, you can sort of make the decision on whether or not you want to keep going or if you want to pull out and go and do something else. I am going to keep going because this is for a video. Normally I would probably just evac and take the win right there. That's actually amazing. Anyway, if you want to keep going, then we would just simply leave the research. Okay, so we just leave the research center. And probably drop one of those reactors. We only need 2. It'd be a good place to actually mine a bunch of Tharis iron down here. Injecting that in here. So gonna be a Jeff or 2. Easy done. And we're looking to get 27 blue Tharis iron. I generally just keep the pure because it's a pretty worthwhile item to keep hold of in terms of money, but you do get quite limited in terms of your bag capacity when doing this run. So we're at 22 Tharis iron here. We probably could get more here. There's probably a couple more rocks, but we do need to go and get some focus crystals as well, and we can actually get that at another location fairly easy, so might as well just go there. Oh, look at that, we've got the iron rocks we need right here. 24, 3 more and we're good, which we get to 26. 26. Simply just going to backtrack our way back up. Check to see if the loot respawned on this guy, and it did, and we got Bulldog. Pick it up and drop it again. So we can get to focus crystals pretty easily in the quarry, so let's go and do that. Again, you know, if you're going to frequent these areas, you should be picking up the loot and dropping it to force respawn it. Let's quickly get our last Tharis iron right here. Okay, that's 27. So we're going over to the correlate quarry right now. Whoa, we just spawned, and there's going to be 4 focus crystal nodes right here. I know that there's 3 right now, but there should be 4, and that's probably going to hit me. Someone dropped a rock there too. Okay, yeah, so we've got 4 focus crystals for our perks. Got all the perks we need for, all the stuff we need for our backpack perks. Someone's come through here. Probably the guy in the atrium that we were just hearing with his flashlight. Scarab there, Scrapper there. Hey, bit rude. I see someone's looted this stuff here. Oh, mate, go away. Just gonna come down here. So we still need to get 9 Terratomorphic Crystal Cores and 4 Spine Briars for the perks. So the 4 Spine Briars are are for perks, and the terratomorphic crystal cores are for the ingots. Very easy way to get you. Oh, look at that, we got an ingot there. It's not going to be any good to us because we need 9 in total, and 1 isn't going to do too much. But we're going to come down here because we've got our terratomorphic crystal cores here. These things can actually be quite a pain to actually get, but if you hit it on the side, like down the bottom here, it makes it a hell of a lot easier. That's it, 9 crystal cores. While you're down here mining these plants, you can actually find spine briars in this area, so have a quick look. There's one. We need 4 in total. Now you can find some like pretty much all over, but we're actually gonna come out here. See if we can find the ones out here, because they're usually more frequently out here and they're a bit more concentrated. There's a few mobs that we're going to deal with. That's rather hard when you don't have a flashlight. Can come up another level 2. We can spawn pretty frequently up here. There we go, there's 2. Just need 1 more now. Oh, come on, give me the one. I need to try in here again. So I don't think we're actually going to make it down to the forge in time. We did get a rather late spawn. And I'll go over how to sort of... Oh, there we go, there's our 4th one. We should be able to get everything done if there's no one there. Even if we are, you know, like 15, 20, 30 seconds late. Generally a little bit forgiving. Oh, you bugger. Weapon box here. Is that standard? Standard stuff. I'm taking that. Oh! I'm gonna come in south to the forge. Ooh, okay. That's been looted. It makes me think someone's down here. Forge is inactive. We are going to go and quickly check around it. Quickly get our shit going. So we want that and that in there. Starting to run low on stims. I've been tagged for like 5 damage so many times. Running like a resto helmet or shield, it can really help out. So I like to use this time to sort my inventory out a bit. So we're going to be doing our bag first, so we need the miniature reactors and everything, and we need to do this. And the reason why we need to do this is so that we can put the bag directly in immediately without any delays. You just need to have enough space in your white bag to be able to hold everything you need for your bag perks at least. put the bag in, put the ingots in, put the reactors in, and put the dust blooms in, and craft. So now we want to get ready for our helmet or chest piece, so we want to pick up ingots. So the bag's going to weigh about 60, so we need to have a fair chunk of inventory space free, so we're just going to do that for now. Okay, we've got an alloy. Okay, so we've got ingots still in there. We want focus crystals and spine briars and craft. Now we can swap a bag back over. Extra 40% backpack capacity. That's not the greatest backpack that you can get from doing this, but it's okay. Still a free upgraded bag. We can carry 390. The alloy is amazing. If we were early, we could have actually crafted that alloy as well. Don't think we're going to get it though. I got a helmet, chuck that in there, chuck that. Craft. Put a helmet back on. See what perks we got. +5 max health and again, not a great helmet. The +5 max health is rather nice, but that's about it. Yeah, we're not going to get the... Unfortunately, we're not going to get the alloy in, but at least we got one. That's pretty cool. Hopefully we get some better perks on the chest piece. +3 armor and +15% stim, faster stim and medkit use. Again, not the greatest, but hey, that's a free purple armor set and a free purple bag. Very, very nice. So there are several ways in and out of the forge area. We're going to go take a sort of back exit right now. There's something you can do to actually save time on another run. So if I had done this earlier, and then oh shit, we wanted to come up here. But if I had done this earlier, then I wouldn't have had to have you know, skipped out on doing the alloys because it would have been there at the start of the storm. But once you're done, you can come back up here and you can mine some more terratomorphic crystal cores. It is actually a good idea to take some time and to mine some stuff for your next run, mostly because people who load in directly after a storm will try to camp some evacs usually, so they can get a bit of a cheeky kill on some people after they've done the forge. It's a bit rough, but it is what it is, you know? It's the game. I like to do this because these things are really noisy and annoying to actually pick up. They take a lot of time. Generally, this point in a raid, you're going to be at your safest trying to get these out. If for whatever reason you couldn't get your focus crystals at the Correlative Quarry, then behind this Leadium locked door thing from the dungeons is actually like 7 or 8 focus crystal nodes over there. Let's just quickly mine them and show you what I'm talking about. These ones do not take anywhere near as long as the ones in the dungeon to open up, so don't worry about that too much. Take a bit of time, but it's like a lot quicker. There we go, see, we're in already. And there's just a bunch of focus crystals right here. Easy. Just gonna push out up here and head to our evac, and I'll see you then. Alright, so while we're here waiting for the evac, might just take a second to go over these perks. So we've got stamina regen without delay during a storm. This is the secondary option of the miniature reactors. Unfortunately, it doesn't really do anything for us here. We also got 40 extra bag capacity. One of the 2 options from the Dustblue. I prefer the minerals and creature parts one, but this is also still just a pretty standard overall good perk that can range from 10 to 50. All of your percentages can range from 10 to 50 as well. We got +3 armor on the chest piece, amazing. And we got +15 faster stim and medkit use. It's not that good, but it's alright. And then we also got, so We also got plus 1.1 health regen during a storm. That's a side effect of, that's the one of the two options from your focus crystal. That is not that great, but that's the gamble you take when you go for the +3 armor. The only other thing that goes for +3 armor is 2 crusher hide, which can be quite difficult to obtain. This guide is more about, you know, just taking in 2 dust blooms and building your set around what you find on the island, sort of scavenging on the island. So that's the trade-off you take. And then we also got +5 maximum health. That's another option of the Spinebriar. Max health is actually really good. Unfortunately, we got the lowest possible amount. So, you know, overall, it's not that bad, but we kind of got jibbed on a few things. I would much rather these be swapped around. I would like to have the extra armor on the helmet, but unfortunately you can't really control that. You do get the alloy though, which is amazing, and the core, which is also amazing. So that's pretty much it. Usually I'd actually make it out with about, you know, 20 or 30 like pure Tharis iron as well. We really got stuffed over on that. I think we got like 4 or something. Yeah, 4. Wow, okay. But, you know, like, you can get amazing perks like this one. Minus 30% weight of minerals and creature parts, and minus 30% weight of all items carried in the backpack. And how I just said, these percentages range from 10 to 50%. So 30 is just in the middle. But if you have a look at this, look at that, I just dropped to 60. So these mature Rattler eyes currently weigh 2.45. They weigh 5 normally. Let's say, you know, it's a greater than 50% reduction for creature parts and minerals. Unfortunately, Tharis iron doesn't actually count for your minerals, but yeah, it kind of makes sense with how easy it is to get. I wouldn't really want to be evacing with, you know, like 300 bits of Tharis iron on just a mining run. But you know, that's the kind of stuff you can get. Like, I've got a purple armor set here, plus 3 armor and plus 11 bonus to stim and medkit healing. That means that a blue stim heals 41, and then if you couple it with like a helmet like this one, plus 3 armor and plus 10% faster stim and medkit use, you're using your medkits faster and they're healing more, and you've got all this extra armor, and then you've got this bag that can carry all this extra stuff, and it costs you virtually nothing to go from blue to purple. It's nothing, you know. It's an amazing run. You guys need to know about it, and that's about it. See you in the next one.